Hello friends, welcome to market analysis for the week starting November 9th. Before doing analysis for this week forward, let's do a small recap for the last week. The last week was a very eventful week with all the election results and other news. So let's see how the market behaved. So here, this is November 2nd, the week starting, which was here you see a white doji that is getting highlighted, that is in 2nd of November, one day before the election. So prior to that, what seemed to be like a downward move got arrested, and now starting on Monday, the market started going up. Okay, Monday there was a doji, lot of indecision on that day, and Tuesday morning before the elections counting was starting, okay, the up move started, and Wednesday, Thursday, huge gap ups, and Friday was kind of again lot of indecision, and market stayed where it is. But the up move throughout the week, you see, it was very fast and kind of a straight line move. Everybody was caught off guard. Nobody could predict. A lot of people attributed it to Biden coming. Some people attributed it to kind of a split balance of power between Democrats and Republicans. But again, nobody knows, but market knew something in advance, and it kind of zoomed in a straight line bullish move. So now, I mean, to be frank, I had no clue what is this all about, so I didn't do any video last week. But now, today being Monday, uh, there is a lot of clarity, like all the news started coming out. So today we see the COVID vaccine related news from Pfizer coming out, so which kind of uh, caused Dow Jones to open 1500 points up. So that is how it is. Yeah, Dow Jones opened like 4 or 5% up. Again, S&P opened another 3-4% up, but Nasdaq was not behaving in the same manner. This is primarily because all the tech money or the COVID related beneficiaries, okay, they all kind of subsided down, and the money was getting rotated from tech into other travel related, entertainment, all the regular, all the non-tech related sectors. So that is the reason Nasdaq uh, did not open so big as compared to S&P and Dow Jones. So since there is a little bit more clarity now regarding the market, let's analyze how the uh, what the current status is for the upcoming week and what the strategies could be. So first I'll show you what my belief is based on the SPY chart. So this is the long upward trend since March, and now from August, mid-August, okay, there is a kind of a bull flag pattern setting up. Nobody knows what pattern is going to be set up, but uh, I was playing a bull flag pattern initially, but the election week, the down move got stopped here, and the bullish pattern started kicking in. Then I converted the bull flag pattern to a triangle kind of a pattern here with this line. Then I was thinking, okay, when the market, when the bullish move started last week, when it reached the 350 levels on Thursday and Friday, it's going to stop there. But Monday, with the COVID news, there's a huge big gap up on SPY, and it opened around 365 levels. So what happened after that? Okay, ideally, when with such a major bullish news or a trend continuation setup, you would think, okay, the market will open gap up and it will go further up, but the move did not hold up. If you see, this is the previous high, which is around 358 levels. During the course of the day, though the market opened up very high with a gap up, through the course of the day, it kept on coming down, causing a big bearish candle over here. it it's like, right from the open till the end, it kept on going down. So these kind of candles are typically very bearish, and they generally happen around the trend reversal, or a trend change, start of the trend changes. So let's see how it will play out going forward. And moreover, it cut through the previous top. So tomorrow, if SPY doesn't open or stay go above 358 359 levels, I am going to hold bearish, and stay in that direction for a while. Okay, so this is my position on SPY. Now let's see how QQQ is looking. This QQQ also, you see, through the election week, the market was going up in a straight line fashion. After the COVID news, you see a slight gap up, but after that, throughout the day, it kept coming down. So which is a very bearish candle right now. Let's see how the pattern holds up. But for me, I'll be very cautious going long. I will stay bearish. Okay, and if the market goes above this 297 298 levels, then I will kind of revise my position. But until then, I will try to be on the bearish side. And another reason why I will stay bearish is, I mean, generally a lot of people trade in all this tech related growth stocks. Okay, most of them are beaten down so badly today. It is very risky to go long. I mean, yeah, if there is a difference between pullback and reversals, the kind of percentages they have fallen just today, like 15%, 20%, it's very difficult to go long. So my view right now, I will stay bearish on the tech sector. And if QQQ goes back and crosses 298 convincingly towards the upside, then I will revise my position accordingly. So, so this is my market view. Please let me know your comments. Thank you very much.